You like to be a mixed martial a-hole.
No way.
Oh! From the Queen Studios of New York, Mac recap, the MMA Hour pre-show. It's going to be a crazy Monday night with the MMA-Holes. Yes! I almost died in the intro. What's going on, friends and family? I hope everyone is
wonderful.
I hope everyone is wonderful. It is Monday, and I almost choked on myself on the intro. That's right. Yes. Guys, it is here. The week after Maymac. It's sad. It's sadness for me, Mystic Moss. Conor McGregor, he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather. It was sad. It's upsetting. But I have a lot of things to say about this fight. It's not really sad. It's not completely sad. There are good things that came out of this fight on both sides. Floyd Mayweather, of course, because he won, but Conor McGregor too. So we'll be discussing those things today. Also, on today's show, we are not the MMA Hour because we are the MMA-Holes, and we do a weekly show every Monday before the MMA Hour. But just to make it clear, we are not the MMA Hour. Check it out over here. Here's our video down in the description. How this works is this. The MMA Hour is on at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So what I do is I put in the description the link to the MMA Hour where you can see down below. So when we're done, you could teleport yourself over to Ariel Helwani's show. It's an MMA show, a weekly show. And it should be an interesting show this week. So each week we talk about what's going to be on his show. We talk about topics and everything that's going on in the MMA world. And here is his guest list. Chris Eubank, Holm, Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier, Joe Cortez, Paulie Malignaggi, Max Holloway, and Esther Lin. Those are the guests there. We'll be discussing what you do and don't want to see out of that show. We are going to be talking a lot about Maymac because this is pretty much it, guys. Maymac is over. No more Conor McGregor. No more Floyd Mayweather fighting. This will be pretty much the last time we talk about this. Wednesday we may touch on it a little bit, but it's about to die down. It's about what is next for Conor McGregor. Now, I see a lot of things that are next for Conor McGregor, and we will discuss that. We go into detail about that. But before we do anything, what's over here? Before we do anything today on the MMA-Holes, happy Monday, we need to talk about this. That's right. Topics we need to talk about. But before we get into topics, in the chat room is where the MMA-Holes lay. This is where all of the MMA-Holes are, the cringiest live chat on YouTube. Let me say hello to my friends, and then we will talk about topics. Chris H., Craig Lee, Conchiro Ryu, Jay Smooth, Steven Cedillo, King's Your Mother's Ring, Brady Ferguson, The A-Side, Tommy Arnold, wow, Jay Smooth, Starboy, Conchiro Ryu, The A-Side, say, balls deep in cash, don't get it twisted. All right, the MMA-Holes are here, and I'm looking in the chat room, and it's flowing and going, and it is wonderful.
Wonderful.
This is exciting. Now, guys, listen, I did go heavy on the Conor McGregor stuff. I did say Conor McGregor would win. I did say Conor McGregor would knock out Floyd Mayweather. But we'll be talking about that a little bit more, about my predictions, how I was wrong, and how I am not too upset about being wrong about this fight. But before we do that, Jon Jones speaks out. Finally, Jon Jones speaks out about the whole steroid issue, the steroid situation. If you're not aware of this, Jon Jones is the GOAT of the UFC, beat Daniel Cormier twice, comes back off of his suspension and gets busted again for steroids. We've been waiting for Jon Jones to say something. We've been waiting patiently. And Jon Jones, well, he said something. He went on Twitter and he said this: "Times like this remind me how blessed I truly am. So much to be grateful for." What? 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 So much to be grateful for. John Jones. Well, John Jones, let me read this again. "Times like these remind me how blessed I truly am. So much to be grateful for." What the hell does that even mean? What are you grateful for? You got stripped of your belt and you're busted for steroids. You may not fight again for another 4 years. Odd. Ronda Rousey decides to get married. The night of Maymac, Ronda Rousey decides to get married to Travis Brown. That's right. Congratulations to the Ronda. Ronda gets married to Travis Brown, blah, blah, blah. UFC 215 is September 9th, which is right around the corner. Demetrius Johnson versus Ray Borg. We'll be talking about that, how a headlining fight by Mighty Mouse, a pay-per-view Mighty Mouse. It is history, but we'll be talking about that card. Canelo versus Triple G is September 16th. Now, we are not a boxing show over here. We did do Maymac. We did talk about Maymac. But a boxing fight between Canelo and Triple G is intriguing. It's an intriguing fight. I've noticed this with the MMA-Holes. When we've streamed during boxing events, well, we've gotten some good traffic. But the thing is, every time we stream with boxing, I wind up finding myself bashing boxing. I don't know. I'm not the biggest of boxing fans. I enjoy combat sports. Boxing to me is just it's just watered down fighting. That's what it is to me. That's just my opinion. No disrespect to boxing fans, but that's just how I feel about it. I mean, when it comes to mixed martial arts, there's no better sport than mixed martial arts. Combat sports, mixed martial arts, UFC, Bellator, any of the lower local, I'm in. But when it comes to boxing, I mean, you have your moments, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. We're going to be doing a Maymac recap, so this will be the show where we will be talking about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. We will be opening up phone lines as well, so you can get your calls in as well and discuss the tomfoolery of that. But before everything, we need to address this. Come over to the living room right over here, and you are watching, well, you're not watching this, you watched this on Saturday, the Fight Buddies. You are watching today the Not the MMA Hour. But here we go, the Fight Buddies on Saturday. Let's talk about this. This Saturday, we did a Fight Buddies that was absolutely insane. We broke all of the MMA hole records. We've destroyed everything. Check this out. This is the video right now. Let's go over to the YouTube channel, the MMA-Holes. That was my channel. All right. I'm not signed in. The MMA-Holes. Here we go. Okay, here's our channel over here. We click on this. We are live right now. And here's the Fight Buddies right over here. This is Saturday's show. Now, if you guys are new to this, wait, hold on a second. If you guys are new to this, we do Fight Buddies for all the big UFC events, boxing events, all this stuff. You know, any big event, we just go live. We do a reaction video. We got 300,068. Fuck me, I can't talk. It's Monday.
Wonderful.
It's 368,559 views. 300,060. Oh, God, fuck me. I can't talk today. It's Monday. I'm half a fucking sleep. I'm all shot. Game of Thrones was last night. I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. 368,559 views on a Saturday. On a Fight Buddies. I can't even get over. The numbers haven't even sunk into my head yet. It's absolutely insanity. We've destroyed shit. Look at all the likes, the dislikes. It doesn't matter. It's all engagement. We also got this, guys. We got over 2,000 subscribers. I wanted to get to 3,000 subscribers on Saturday's show, and that would have been 500 more subscribers on Saturday. It was a steep. It was something that we were striving for, and I couldn't even believe it. We blew past 3,000 onto 4,000. Now, right now, after a big subscriber purge, you know, things fluctuate. We lose, we trim the fat, things happen, but we have 4,797 subscribers over here. This channel is gone crazy. It's going nuts. I've seen these things. I see these things, and this channel will be the biggest channel on YouTube. Look at it. Am I looking in the right direction? Yeah. 4,797 subscribers. Yesterday was our year anniversary. Yesterday was the year anniversary of the MMA-Holes. In a year, we blasted past 4,000 subscribers. What could we do in another year? 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, who knows? But we will dominate YouTube. Check out the live chat over here. Let's see what's going on inside this wonderful, wonderful group of people. President Donald Trump says I streamed free because boxing is a waste of money. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The A side says boxing means you have a bodyguard looking over your pussy shoulder. Just saying, the ref's an annoying motherfucker. So there you go, the A side. Richard Silvers is here. This is Conor versus the Mountain from Game of Thrones.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I love me some Game of Thrones is rock bottom. I mean, Game of Thrones was ridiculous. The chat was on drug Saturday, says Jay Smooth. When we first went live, we had over 12,000 people watching. We had over 12,000 people watching the MMA-Holes at one shot. The chat room went completely autistic. I didn't even know what the hell to do. I hope your channel blows up, man. In a good way, says Buddy Love. Thank you. Kaora says 300. Woo! 300,000. Let's see what else we got here. Sorry, my usual party pack had death drugs in it, says Jay Smooth, and he's laughing. Kenshiro Ryu says Craig Lee, Holly's ass is Christian and blessed. Ass tight and pure. Get at it, boy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Guys, we have 30 in the tip jar, and we didn't even get a chance to see this during our fight, buddies, because it was so insane with how many likes we got. But on a Monday show, we can play it. Diaper John dances because we have 30 likes. Every time there's 10 likes today, we're playing this. Let's go. There he is. Let's go. Everybody dance.
I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 likes.
I've got
10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Diaper John dances for likes. Everyone drop the likes in right now, and we'll make them dance every 10 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see what else we have in the chat room. EA's here. Walmart, what's going on? It says, hey, Jay Smooth, man, I must say, your fight IQ is on point. Good call, brother. I really do think that Paulie spilled some beans and messed up the element of surprise. Kinshiro Ryu says, stick with Conor, Chris. He will change your bum life. Whenever you cover Mystic Mac, you get Lucky Charms. I knew that Maymac was going to be insane. I knew Maymac was going to be wild. I didn't think that it was going to be that wild. I mean, that was beyond expectations, and I was so happy to celebrate that with you guys. Let's see. Chris, I hope you didn't spend 100 on that bullshit. Richard Silvers, here's the deal. When it comes to the MMA-Holes, I do pay for pay-per-views because we stream live. So because of streaming live, in the beginning, I used to use the links and stuff like that. I used to do what everyone else did. You know, I didn't buy pay-per-views. But because we do stream live, things are different over here. I need a solid stream. And I have to pay for the pay-per-views. So that does suck. So when we do get donations and stuff like that, not only does it go to our equipment and all that, it also goes towards our pay-per-views. And, you know, it helps us produce the show. That's why. But it does suck. $100 for one fight. I mean, the fight card itself. Let's see. Let's look at it. This was the fight card. Whoops, that's not the fight card. Here's the fight card. Oh, shut up, guys. Just shut your face, Floyd Mayweather. All right. So we had Andrew Tabiti versus Steve Cunningham. Who cares? Who cares? The next fight was Badu Jack versus Nathan Cleverly. Who the fuck cares? Sucked. Fucking sucked. And then this kid, Giovanna Davis, fought Fonseca. And Giovanna Davis is the protege of Floyd Mayweather. This kid, he punched Fonseca in the back of the head. I don't care. It was an illegal blow to me. The guy falls down. They couldn't fight anymore. It was ridiculous. I don't understand what the hell is going on. And Giovanna Davis gets the win. Really? It was an illegal blow. Giovanna Davis gets the win. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about with boxing, but I thought he clearly hit him with an illegal shot. If you win with an illegal shot, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And then we have Maymac. So basically you paid for 4 fights, but who gives a shit about the first 3? If you looked in the stands, if you watched the fight, there was no one in the stands until Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. There was no one there. No one was in the seats. It was empty. It was a freaking ghost town. $100 pay-per-view. UFC Fight Pass didn't even give you the option for standard definition. It was just all high definition. So you're forced to pay $100 for a goddamn fight for one fight. $100 for one fight. But to me, it was worth it because the MMA-Holes hit over 4,000 subscribers. So it's completely worth it for me. Look inside this chat room. Michael James London says, one judge tried to score only one round for Conor. Yeah, I saw the score cards. I mean, I couldn't even take it anymore. Thank God Floyd finished him. Thank God Floyd finished Conor McGregor because I couldn't take it. I mean, if that went to decision and those judges, here's the deal. All right, let's just talk about Maymac. Let's get it out of the way. All right? But before we do that, we've got 10 more likes. That's right. 40 in the tip jar. You're watching Not the MMA Hour, the pre-show.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Cypher John dances every 10 likes. We got 40 in the tip jar. We only have 4 people dying of the dreaded AIDS. Bleh. Bleh. Happy Monday, guys. It's just I'm not on my A game today. I don't know what it is. My mind is cloudy. Maybe it's because Conor lost. All right, let's get into it. Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. Boxing rules. The first 3 rounds, I feel Conor looked absolutely great. Floyd Mayweather, it was obvious that he was trying to do what Floyd Mayweather does. You know, the slow start. Later on in the fight, Floyd always pours it on. The difference in this fight was it was a slow start for Floyd, but he was pushing forward. That was the difference. Not much volume from Floyd, but he was pushing forward, and he had his hands up, blocking. But Conor McGregor won the first 3 rounds. Now, he said it was part of the game plan. He said that this is what he wanted to do. Basically have Conor punch himself out. Floyd gets a little more comfortable, finds his rhythm, and then boom, puts him away. It went 10 rounds, this fight. Me personally, the first 3 rounds, guaranteed, no doubt about it, Conor McGregor won the first 3 rounds. And if you think Floyd Mayweather won any of those rounds, you're on crack. Apparently, one of the judges thought so. The 4th round was suspect. And you could make an argument for the 3rd round. I still think, after watching it back, I still think Conor won the 3rd round. I'm still going to say Conor won the first 3 rounds. But the 4th round, I get it. That's suspect. That could have went either way, the 4th round. Then you have the rest of the fight. The only other round that I feel that Conor McGregor won was the 8th round. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 8. 4 rounds. 10-round fight. Okay? Let's do the math. In the 10th round, Conor McGregor was put away. So it's 6-4. All right? Is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's right. 6-4 Floyd. Floyd TKO Conor McGregor, 10th round. Now, boxing rules make sense. Conor was wobbly on his feet. Floyd was teeing off on Conor. Looked like it was the end of Conor McGregor. In MMA rules, was it really the end of Conor McGregor? You know, I mean, I don't know. Conor said he would like to have the ref let him hit the floor, give him the chance to hit the floor. Maybe he could have weathered the storm. I don't know. We will never know. That's the thing that sucks when you get a ref stoppage and the fighter is not completely done. I mean, I understand he's trying to save the fighter there, but to me, it's just rough to watch. When you watch mixed martial arts, when you watch the UFC, you want that guy to get the opportunity. These guys are willing to die in the cage. Now, you don't want anyone to die while fighting, but you want the fighter to have the chance to do anything he could possibly do to withstand a storm, a barrage of punches. And Conor was getting teed off on. He was hurt. He was clearly hurt. Was he done? He wasn't done, but he was hurt. Ref stops the fight in the 10th round. For those that are saying that Floyd Mayweather destroyed Conor McGregor, I don't see it. I don't see that whole thing. In fact, I think Conor McGregor did fantastic. Being an amateur boxer, going into a fight with arguably the greatest boxer of all time. Now, yes, he is 40 years old, but the guy still looks like he's in fantastic shape. He's a specimen. The guy is a smart fighter, and he fought Conor very wisely. The thing I have to give credit to Floyd about is this. He did put Conor away. He did finish Conor with boxing rules. So I'll give Floyd that. But boxing to me is flawed. It's flawed. I mean, stopping the fight and the fighter is just still kind of there. I don't know, man. I don't know. But regardless, I don't want to take anything away from Floyd Mayweather. He won the fight fair and square. But on the other side of things, Conor McGregor, he showed up and he went 10 rounds with arguably the greatest fighter of all time. So that is my opinion on that. I said before the fight that if it went 12 rounds and Floyd won by a decision, it was a loss for boxing. I said that Floyd needed to finish Conor McGregor in order for it to be a W for boxing. Floyd did that. So it was a W for boxing. But this is weird. A ref stoppage in the 10th round, to me, for some reason, still feels like it's not the ends of the world for a Conor McGregor fan. A 10th round stoppage by a ref in a boxing match against arguably the greatest fighter of all time, I think is a win for Conor McGregor, if you think about it. Conor has no pro boxing experience, went on the biggest stage ever, and went 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather with a ref stoppage. So for you Conor McGregor fans, I say this. Do not hang your head. Do not be upset. Conor McGregor did what he had to do. He proved that he could go toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather. He proved it. So I, being a Conor McGregor fan, am not upset in any way. Now, Floyd Mayweather knocked him out in the first couple of rounds or made him look silly in the first couple of rounds. It would be a different story. But Conor McGregor won the first 3. And he kind of hit Floyd pretty damn hard. He caught Floyd. Floyd couldn't find his range. With that being said, Floyd Mayweather wins. Hats off to Floyd Mayweather. Fair play. But I am not upset with how Conor McGregor performed. What I ask you guys in the chat right now, what is next for Conor McGregor? What is next? He is going to the UFC. I think the boxing thing is done now. I think it's done. The circus is over. He made his money. It's done. He is not done with the UFC. So let's move ourselves from Mayweather. I will be taking calls, and you guys can call in and let me know what you think about the Maymax situation. But let's remove ourselves from Mayweather. Let's talk about the big picture now. What is next for Conor McGregor, the notorious one? What is next for Mystic Mac? Let me know right now in the chat. Me, myself, I know Conor was calling out Khabib. He wants a big Russia fight and this and that. There is no other fight that should happen other than this. Diaz 3. There is no other fight that should happen other than Diaz 3. And the reason why I say this is Nate Diaz, is a boxer. Nate Diaz claims he's like, hey, Conor, actually, his brother Nick said, Conor, come to my gym. We'll teach you how to box. All right, Nate, go to 155. Let's have a rubber match and let's box. Let's box inside a cage. Let's do it. Run it back. Let me see the third fight. That's what I want to see. I know people are sick of the Nate Diaz thing. I am not sick of it. Let's see it for a third time, especially after how this went down. Let's see Conor McGregor come back and fight Nate Diaz. All right, guys, let's look inside the chat. Some people think that Diaz is not worthy of a title shot against Conor McGregor. I disagree. I disagree because if you look at the first 2 fights, you look at the big money thing, it's going to be Nate Diaz. All right, let's look in the chat. Fook Diaz says Kaora. David Alves says Diaz. Thor Lightning says McGregor versus Paulie. Buddy Love says hopefully Nate Diaz. He's finished his King's Your Mother's Ring. 170 belt. Conor needs to fight for the belt. Not name retards, especially Diaz 3. I'm tired of weed smokers, says Kenshiro Ryu. Conor can rule MMA and stay away from boxing ring. Fook Diaz. Scrolling through a little bit more. Chat is flying. Diaz 3, baby, says Buddy Love. Frank Pavon says Tanner. Kenshiro Ryu says Tanner, what's up, brother? Diaz fight will probably happen if I had a bet, says Michael James London. John Tamburino says Conor Diaz at 154. Tommy Arnold says, yeah, Chris, Nate 3. Justin Campbell says Diaz has done nothing to earn a title fight. Now, I can see where people are coming with this one. I can see it. People are saying that, but also Conor wants to fight not Tony Ferguson, Khabib. Conor wants to fight Khabib in Russia. I mean, Khabib is undefeated. Khabib can't get his ass back in the cage. Him just laying around, not active, missing weight his last fight. I mean, does he deserve a title shot? Does he deserve it? I mean, think about it. Does he deserve it? Nate shows up in every fight. I mean, if you look at rankings, maybe Nate doesn't deserve it, but I want to see it. So, and it's close enough. It's close enough for me. Khabib can't make him wait, says Jay Smooth. Diaz most definitely, says Ann H. Tommy Arnold says Diaz, the man, bitches. Joshua 86 says Ferguson is fighting Kevin Lee. Winner should fight Conor. Listen, I think the winner should fight for the belt for sure. Absolutely. I think it's going to be a interim belt anyway, so there you go. The only thing this fight did was show all MMA fans how boring and limited boxing is. It's literally just meatheads throwing bombs at each other. And the winner is the one with the least brain damage, says KMX193. KMX, I agree. Boxing, it didn't sell boxing for me. Actually, if anything, it made me think less of boxing. KMX, you just nailed it on the head. Couldn't say it any better myself, says Jay Smooth. NH says sleeping. That's what guys. Buddy Love says I wish 170 for McGregor and Diaz 3. No cutting weight, unhealthy as fuck. Well, here's the thing. 155 is McGregor's weight, buddy. It is McGregor's weight. 155 is where he belongs. So it's not bad for him. And Nate Diaz is not. He's not a true 170. He's a big guy. He can fight at 170, but he's not a true 170. 155 is not a horrible weight cut for Nate Diaz. I just feel it's the weight that should happen. Excuse me. Fergie is the only one who deserves it, says Justin Campbell. So saying Ferg. I mean, Ferg is getting a runaround. Kevin Lee, I don't feel Kevin Lee is the guy that should be fighting Ferguson. That's just my opinion, but it is happening, and there's nothing we can do about it now. They're fighting. Foog Boxing says the A-side. Morning, Craig Lee. King's Your Mother's Ring says Nate versus Conor, then Paulie. Nate versus Conor, then Paulie. God, I am done with the Paulie Malignaggi. Hit me with the done. Hit me with the ones in the chat if you've had enough of Paulie Malignaggi. I am totally done. I do not want to hear or see Paulie Malignaggi anymore. I am so sick of it. Maymac is done. It's over with. Let's move on. But Paulie Malignaggi, please, enough of you. Enough. Yeah, boxing is super boring. Love me some kickboxing, though, says Justin Campbell. I'm with you on that. Kickboxing's the shit. Cause you're shit at boxing, says King's Your Mother's Ring. John Joan, hold on. With John gone, McGregor is all UFC has left. Maybe GSP, says Codename. GSP is coming back, fighting Michael the Count Bisping. Anyway, here's the ones. You guys are sick of Paulie. A Fook Paulie, says Frank Pavon. And I'm sick, too. I'm sick of him. I've had enough of Paulie. Enough of Paulie. Go away, Paulie. You're useless. And so does the chat. The chat unites. Everyone says, Paulie, go the fuck away. Never even followed the Paulie story. It was bullshit from the start, says Brian Roger. It really was. The one thing about the Paulie story is this. If you want to get ratings for a show, you piggyback off of it because it was just something to stir up more eyeballs for Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. Now, we are doing the pre-show to the MMA Hour. Let's go over here. That's us. This is our Epic Fight Buddies. 368,559 views. Insanity. I still can't wrap my freaking head around that. Let's go back over here. We are live over here. In the description is the MMA Hour. And here's the guest list. What I'm going to do is going to run through the guest list right now. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I need to know your last thoughts on Maymac. I need to hear everyone. So if you have a thought you couldn't get through on Saturday, no worries. We'll have you get through tonight or today. Holm, Chris Eubank, British boxing legend, is the first guest. Well, I guess he'll be talking about Maymac. It's not going to make me run to the MMA Hour, so maybe I'll run a little bit late on this show because who cares, right? It's the MMA Hour. We got Chris Eubank. I mean, he's a British boxing legend, but who cares, right? Triggered Mike, says Frank Bavon. That's right. My brother actually co-hosted on last week's last episode of Fight Buddies. So if you want to run it back and see Triggered Mike, check that out. He was funny. Holm, who is probably the world's most boring interview ever, is going to be the second guest, and it looks like she's going to be fighting Cyborg. It's not set in stone. Chael Sonnen, well, he's always an interesting interview. He'll be talking about Maymac, so we'll see his side of things. Daniel Cormier is the first one that I'm very interested in, because Daniel Cormier will be talking about the steroid situation when it comes to John Jones. So this is the one I am interested in. Joe Cortez, the Hall of Fame boxer who did the sparring, the infamous Paulie Malignaggi session, will be there. Paulie Malignaggi is the next guest. Great. I guess we get to hear, oh, you booyah, booyah, you booyah, 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 booyah.
Wonderful,
That's what it sounds like when he talks. Max Holloway, what's next for him? Is he fighting Frankie Edgar? And Esther Lin. I'm a photographer, so I might have a little interest in that. She does a great job with photography. I don't know if you guys give a shit about that, but I know I'm interested in her because I'm a photographer, so I guess it is what it is. But the one that stands out in this one is Daniel Cormier. I need to hear what he says about John Jones. Which one are you most pumped about to see in this MMA Hour? What do you think about the guest list? Let me know in the chat right now. But I think DC is the one to look at. I couldn't give a fuck about anyone else on here, to be honest. Like, no one else is like, I have to see this. The DC interview is the one that stands out the most. All right, chat room unite. Your brother's a dumbass, Chris, says Rajahani. Well, here's the thing. My brother came through, and, he sat on the show. He had some fun. He's not a YouTuber. He's not someone that is familiar with, being live and dealing with everybody and hanging out. And he's not a big fan of mixed martial arts or boxing. But he came in and he had a little fun with me. And actually, he was probably the perfect guest to have on with me, the co-host, for that episode of the MMA-Holes, because when the chat was absolutely autistic, it was just funny watching him get triggered by some of the comments. So I think it produced at least some interesting, funny moments in the MMA-Holes. Let's see. Simeon Hendricks, what's up? Welcome back, friend. He says yes on Esther. There we go. A fellow photographer over there. Esther Lin. I mean, Jesus Christ. She's like a freaking ninja photographer. She's climbing in rafters and getting crazy shots. Anytime you see those big shots when it comes to those epic UFC fights, Esther Lin's name is usually attached to those photos. So she's an interesting person. I don't know about an interesting personality. She doesn't seem like she's very charismatic, but she did capture Maymac, so it'd be interesting to see us talk us through some pictures, but that's just nerd talk right there. Fuck Paulie flapping his fucking lips, as Richard Silvers. The Lightning says, why you are having Paulie if you are sick of him? Thor Lightning, no. That's on the MMA Hour. It's not on my show. I had Paulie on before. I had Paulie before on the Maymac World Tour. I actually interviewed him. Nice guy. He's a nice guy, but I am sick of him. KMX, how everything? Sorry, typing sucks. Buddy Love says, Daniel has been fucked a few times. Feel bad for the dude, says Buddy Love. Fuck Eubank, says Jay Smooth.
Wonderful.
I agree. Who gives a fuck, right? Fuck white power. All about black power, says Rajani. Okay. Nipple twist, says King's Your Mother's Ring. Richard Silva says, that was your brother? I thought you were helping a Make-A-Wish kid.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that was my brother. All right, in fairness, if you did tune into the Fight Buddies, hit me with the ones. I mean, there was a lot of people watching Fight Buddies on Saturday, but let me know what the ones, if you tuned in on the Fight Buddies, if you were there with that craziness, because there was a moment where I just didn't even know what to do anymore. There was so much. I had my brother drunk next to me. I had the chat room all autistic. The phone lines weren't working. The fights were sucking. I had my parents in the background, and they were hanging out with us, the wife, and it was just, I don't know. It's just a fucking mess. It was just a mess, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun, so. But hit me with the ones if you were there for that. But that was my brother. And he was drunk. He got a little sauced up before the stream, so. Why didn't Conor get a fair 10 count? What the fuck, says Christopher Stillwell? Christopher Stillwell, you're probably in the same boat as me. I didn't like that ref stoppage. I'm not a boxing fan, so what do I know? I'm not one to criticize another. I am criticizing the sport, but I'm not one to give a firm opinion on a sport that I don't give a fuck about. Boxing is just not my thing. I'm interested in it, but that TKO by the ref, I wanted to see Conor. I don't know. If Conor's going to fall, I want to see Conor falls. I want to see that. I know the ref was protecting Conor. I don't think he was done, to be honest. He was there. He was right there, and he probably was going to get finished, but I don't know. I could go on and on about that. Craig Lee, Raja, the A-Side, Thor Lightning, Jay Smooth, Buddy Love. A lot of people were there on the Fight Buddies. It was hilarious Fight Buddies, Suzanne H. I saw you all cry after Conor Lewis. Yeah, I had a little temper tantrum. Well, here's the thing with Fight Buddies. I have allegiances to fighters, and Conor McGregor's like one of my guys. Conor McGregor's one of the guys I root hard for. I'm a big sports fan. If you racist refs as Donald Trump, if you're a big sports fan, you get amped up, you get fired up, you have a lot of passion. I am a New York sports fan, and I'm a Detroit Pistons fan in boxing. I'm boxing and basketball. Boxing. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm a New York Giants fan. I'm a New York Rangers fan. I'm a New York Mets fan, and I'm a Detroit Pistons fan when it comes to pro sports. All of my teams I get extremely passionate about. Like literally, like they're my children competing. I don't know why they're making all this money and stuff like that, but yet I get all passionate about it. There are certain fighters in the UFC, it's the same thing. Conor McGregor is one of my guys, man. Ever since the beginning, I was like, watch this kid, watch this kid, watch this kid. And all my friends and family like, who is this guy? You know, Conor McGregor.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And now he's like bigger than life. So I feel, I have a little bit of a connection to this fighter, and I get passionate about it. So that's why you got to tune into the Fight Buddies, because you'll see me punching my chair and yelling and screaming and getting all pissed off. So that is that. Have a heart, says Jay Smooth. Michael James London says, no standing 8 in unified rules of whack boxing. So there you go. They should have an 8. They should have gave it an 8 count, says Jet Hud. Tommy Arnold says they wanted to stop it anyway. Fuck the refs and fuck boxing. Come on. He was getting his ass kicked. So, listen, I'm not saying that Floyd Mayweather wasn't going to finish the fight. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, oh my God, Conor McGregor was robbed. When you watch MMA, how many times have you seen a fighter and you had thought that that fighter was completely done? Completely done. And you're like, this is it. Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Oh my God. The ref doesn't stop the fight. Somehow the fighter gets out of the round. The next round, that stop the fight fighter wins. How many times have you seen that in MMA? How many times? I've seen it a million times in MMA. I've seen fights where a guy looked like they were literally going to die, and a woman, a male, female, it doesn't matter. I've seen a fighter about to die in the cage, make it through the round, and then in the next round, somehow dig deep and win the fight. I've seen it so many times. When you've seen something like that so many fucking times, you just want to give that fighter a chance. They're a fighter, for God's sakes. They're a goddamn fighter. Conor McGregor is a fighter, and I felt that Conor could have took a little bit more. Now, I'm not saying that Conor was going to win that fight, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, oh my God, if the ref didn't stop it, Conor would have won. But I just felt he needed a little bit more. I felt the leash should have been a little bit longer on that one. The ref just was like, nah, you took like a couple of heavy punches to the face. Your knee's a little wobbly. We're going to stop this. We don't want to see you hit the floor. I don't know. But anyway, hey, listen. Floyd Mayweather wins. It is what it is. But that's just my opinion. If you don't like it, you go fuck yourself.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's see. Jay Conor didn't win round 8. This is Jet Hud. Conor McGregor is no Diego Corrales. He was rest in peace, says Jay Smooth. Happens all the time. Dudes knocked out on their feet and come back with a haymaker and win. This is Buddy Love. Conor doesn't have a gas tank. Daryl Pavey, that's something we need to get more into because he doesn't. He doesn't. And Conor is aware of this as well. So we need to talk about that. We've seen fighters shit at their pants and go on to win, says Frank Pavon. Yeah, it's true.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but Conor McGregor was not intelligently defending himself. Listen, was Conor out on his feet? If Conor was out on his feet, then okay, I've seen that before. I've seen fighters out on their feet. Conor was not out on his feet. He was losing. He was getting lumped up, but he wasn't out on his feet. For God's sakes. Chris, it was over. McGregor stopped fighting back, says Daryl Pavey. I don't think it was. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. Raja Hani says, Skip Bayless is a fucking moron. I do agree on that one. He could beat Mayweather. He just needs a gas tank, says Utrid. Think about it. If Conor was able to get to 12 rounds, no, I don't think he could have beat Mayweather after watching that. I don't think he could. Because here's the thing. He wasn't knocking Mayweather out. With those gloves, the 8-ounce gloves, it wasn't happening. Conor McGregor was not knocking Floyd Mayweather out. McGregor has too much of a good chin. He really does. McGregor's chin is top notch. So Conor McGregor wasn't going to knock him out. If Conor McGregor had a better gas tank, I still don't know. Because when it comes to a decision fight, Floyd Mayweather is just too smart of a fighter. I still think Floyd would win in a decision. I still do. You know, after watching that fight, it just is what it is, you know. But it would have been a lot closer. It would have been a hell of a lot closer. I just wish Conor had a gas tank. I wish he did. I mean, he doesn't. He clearly doesn't. You see him on a bike riding through the desert over and over again before the fight. Get off the fucking bike. It's not working. Stop running in a goddamn pool. Do something else. I don't know. Get a lung transplant or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. Maybe he carries too much muscle. If you notice Conor McGregor, he has lean muscle, but he has a lot of muscle. So maybe his physique, he can't run a huge gas tank. Maybe he can't do it. I don't know. I mean, that's probably what it is. The guy is zero body fat and muscle. That's all he is. So maybe he just can't, I don't know. Maybe he just can't do it. Who knows? But he doesn't have a gas tank. He seemed to have pillow hands because he was gassing, I think. Uhtred, that's what happened. He was knocking him out, but maybe points-wise. Man, says Buddy Love. Let's all day. He did pretty decent, says Jet Hud. He did. I think it was a win for Conor. I really do, man. He went 10 rounds with arguably the greatest fighter of all time. 25-17 says Conor destroyed Floyd in anything other than boxing. That is no question after Saturday, in my opinion, but I never really was a question. ANH says they gave Conor zero chance to win. A lot of people did. Haters are broke bitches is the A side. Here's another thing, guys. I know I want to open up the phone lines. We're going to run a little late with the show anyway. I don't give a fuck. I'm having a good time. I want to just get all these things out of the way. I want to vent to the MMA-Holes. You guys are like my therapy session here. Conor McGregor. Here's the thing with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Okay, Floyd Mayweather wins in boxing. In his world, Floyd Mayweather wins this fight, and he put Conor away. Ref stoppage. So win for Floyd. Here's the difference between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people are like, if Floyd Mayweather goes into the boxing world, in the MMA world, he'll get destroyed. And it is the goddamn truth. Floyd is not leaving the first round of an MMA fight with Conor McGregor. He is not leaving the first round. No way would Floyd Mayweather get out of the first round with Conor McGregor in an MMA fight. Floyd went 10 rounds with Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor stood in there for 10 rounds against Floyd Mayweather in a boxing fight. So, unfortunately, we will never see Floyd Mayweather in an MMA cage. It's never going to happen. He's not stupid. It's never going to happen. But think about it. Think about this. Conor McGregor would mutilate Floyd Mayweather in an MMA fight. And he went 10 rounds in a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather. So in no way can I ever say anything negative about how Conor... excuse me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing today. I have no way of talking down about how Conor performed in that fight. I have nothing but respect for the guy. I really do. The guy fucking put on a show for 10 rounds. He hung in there and he won some of the rounds. He won 4 of them, in my opinion. So it is what it is. For the Mayweather fans, push your chest out. For boxing fans, say 50-0 because you do deserve it. You got it. You won. 49-1 is done. You guys win that fight. But when it comes down to it, if you talk down about Conor McGregor, the notorious one, he went 10 rounds with your best boxer of all time. He went 10 rounds. He's a fucking amateur. What does that say about the sport of boxing? What does it say? Think about it. What does it say? He went 10 rounds. So for all the haters to Conor McGregor, you got to give a little respect. You have to give just give me a little respect in that one. You win the 50-0. You won that fight. Hands, you win. But when it comes to Conor McGregor, hey, he put on a show. He made boxing exciting. That's what he did. Look at the undercard. The undercard was garbage. It was pure trash. He made boxing exciting. So it is what it is. Now, boxing fans, don't get discouraged. I love you guys too. I love all combat sports fans. I'm just busting balls over here. I am a full on Conor fan still, says Michael James London. Not against a top MMA fighter, says 25-17. He won 1-3 in the 8th round, says Jed Hud. Brian Rogers says Floyd could catch Conor in the clinch with 4-ounce gloves. Now, hey, listen. You got to give anyone a chance in any fight, you know? And Floyd has smaller gloves. He's powerful. Sure, I mean, I'm sure Floyd would have a chance anyway. You can't give a zero chance to anybody, but listen, there is no way he's leaving the first round. No way. Anyway. Not even fair. Floyd showing off, says King's Your Mother's Ring. Rest in peace, Tommy. No respect, Floyd. Fuck Floyd still, says King's Your Mother's Ring. Conor McGregor better get the respect from boxing community after going 10 rounds with your best boxer in the world, says Ann H. I agree. No respect because of the way he talks shit and can't back it, says Daryl Pavey. So Daryl Pavey doesn't like the fact that Conor's talking shit but can't back it. How are you not backing? Listen, he didn't finish him. He lost. He did lose. But he went 10 rounds with the greatest fighter of all time, the greatest boxer of all time. It was crazy, though, how the odds balanced out a little bit with that fight. It should have been so lopsided if you really think about it, but it balanced out. They did what they had to do. They sold tickets to a fight. You know, I mean, they made millions and millions of dollars on that fight. It's insane. But Chris, buy a Conor McGregor suit and take an L for the team. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to give you the Conor McGregor fan perspective, but I'm being real at the same time. I'm being real because Floyd Mayweather did what he had to do. He did what he had to do. He won and he put away Conor McGregor. So boxing is not done when it comes to MMA. I have respect for boxing as a sport. I have respect for it. With that being said, I do not like boxing. I don't. That's what I'm saying. So fuck you. Because Floyd let him. So a lot of people are saying that Floyd let him get the first 3 rounds. You know, that is a valid argument. That is a valid argument. Floyd's a piece of shit. I agree. This is Justin Campbell says, LOL, my kickboxing teacher thought Conor got destroyed, says Justin Campbell. Listen, if you're a boxing fan, I don't know. I mean, listen, to those that said that Conor got destroyed, I think they're on serious drugs. I really do. He got destroyed in the 10th round. The 10th round, Floyd had a full gas tank and schooled Conor in the 10th round, okay? So if you say that Conor McGregor got destroyed in the 10th round, I'm with you. I 100% am with you. If you're saying that Conor McGregor got destroyed in the fight, which I'm hearing over and over again, you, my friend, are on serious crack. You're out of your fucking mind. There is no way Conor McGregor, he didn't get destroyed in that fight. Just didn't happen. So let's be serious here. I think it's time for this. Let's open the phone lines. This is time because I think we've struck a nerve. We have 74 people watching the MMA-Holes live Wednesday show. Here is the MMA Hour. You could teleport yourself over here. And real quick, it has Chris Eubank, right? That's great.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Holm, Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier. Keep an eye on that interview because of the John Jones steroid thing. Joe Cortez, Hall of Fame boxer, who helped out with the sparring session with Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi will be there. Max Holloway and Esther Lin. Is it the best show ever? Best lineup for the MMA Hour ever? Not really, but it is what it is. The link is in the description, so after this winds down, after the MMA-Holes wind down, you could just literally drop in the description, click on the link, and go check out that show with those interviews. Respect to Ariel Helwani for always doing his thing over there. No disrespect. You know, go check him out. The disrespect is he doesn't have a goddamn live chat. I mean, stop being a pussy and open your fucking live chat open. You know, I mean, it's about the live chat. Open it up. Let the people talk. But you could go check that out. Here's the chat room. Check it out. Look at these sweet
You're gonna
fruits.
wrap one on one shoulder.
Frank!
You're gonna wrap the other on the other shoulder.
Holy
and you're
shit.
gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Fuck the Mayweathers.
Well, Frank says fuck the Mayweathers. Thank you, Frank, for the $2 donation. I do appreciate it. And fuck the Mayweathers. Fuck those guys. Anyway. All right, let's open up the phone lines. If you guys want to drop donations down in the description, you could do that. But let's get the phone lines open. Oh, wow, I got to change this up, by the way. This goal over here says 3,000. We're going to move this. Let's move it over to 5K. Make it simple. Whoops. Okay. Bang. 5K. All right, we moved our donations over. No donations. Our subscribers over to 5K. God damn it. I can't even believe it. Could you believe? Have you ever seen a YouTube channel and one day hit over 2,000 subscribers? One day hit over 2,000 subscribers. I can't even believe the last Fight Buddies. Can't believe it. Thank you for everyone that just subscribed. If you are new in this chat, let me know with the ones. If this is your first show after our last Fight Buddies, if you're new to the MMA-Holes or if you're just jumping in right now, hit me with the ones so I know who you are and welcome to the show. We have a good time over here, man. We like to have a lot of fun. We push our opinion on people. We hear everyone's opinions. It's a good time. It's great fun, and we love hanging out with this chat. Chris, it looks like you gained 20 pounds over the weekend. Oh, fuck, man. I ate a lot of pizza, a lot of shit. Yeah, it is what it is. Boxing is gay, says Kashiro. I agree. 10K, man, already almost halfway there, buddy. Yeah, 5K, 10K. This channel, man, this channel's something else. Fook the haters. Conor wins this whole shit, says James London. I agree. Okay. I don't know why I'm stumbling across my words today. It's got to be the Monday brain. I think I have the Monday brain right now. Down over here, 516-522-0267 is the phone number. It is open, so if you're jumping on, if you want to jump in, knock yourself out. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Walmart Nate.
Walmart Nate, what's up, friend? What's going on?
What's up, buddy? I just wanted to say, man, Jay Smooth, he was right on the money with that. I was really hoping for Conor to perform kind of like how he performs in the UFC, but he kind of did look a little caught up in the moment.
So you think Conor looked a little, welcome Thor? Thor is now an MMA hole. So you think that Conor was lost in the moment there. Now, Jay Smooth did get it right. I will give Jay credit for that one.
Yeah.
So why do you think he got lost in the moment? Do you think when he walked into the ring, do you think it just all hit him?
Yeah, like kind of like that, I guess. It's just like what Floyd said. It's just another day for Floyd. I guess he's used to seeing all the celebrities. Mm-hmm. And maybe it overwhelmed Conor just a little. But the real reason that I wanted to talk about was that Paulie kept spilling the beans on the game plan about he couldn't fight on the inside. So what did Floyd do? He had the referee. As soon as Conor would touch him, the referee would yell at him so he couldn't clinch him. That messed him up mentally and the game plan-wise. And then on top of Paulie spilling the beans. So you see Mayweather fighting on the inside, the same way that Paulie was telling him.
Well, I definitely think that Paulie, I mean, he pretty much gave Floyd everything from the sparring sessions. I mean,
yeah,
it was a given that he was going to do that. All right. Well, what did you think? I mean, I know you're a big Conor fan. How did you take that whole fight? I mean, was it devastating for you, or did you think Conor showed more than you expected? I mean, I know you thought that Conor was going to win the fight, but what do you take after watching that fight for Conor McGregor? Is it an L for Conor? Does this knock down Conor's legacy? What do you think about that?
Well, I was a little upset because, I was saying he used the law of attraction. And I guess that he made the mistake at? The law of attraction tells you if you start with the basics on everything, it's basically he didn't have an open mind, and he didn't do the boxing basics. Maybe if he had an open mind and did the basics to his best, maybe he would have had a better chance. Mm-hmm.
All right.
But I was a little upset. Yeah, but everything happens for a reason. He attracted what he wanted, which was money, ultimately. And yeah, he did good. I was proud of him.
Well, that's pretty much the thing, yeah, and it was a money grab for sure. All right, thank you, Walmart. We'll talk to you later.
All right, Chris, buddy. Yep.
All right, that's Walmart Nate Diaz. He's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Swole MMA hole right there. Okay, a couple things about what he said. Let's see. Was he trapped in the moment? Was he trapped in the moment of the fight? I was really watching him as he stepped into the ropes. He was breathing. He was trying to control his breathing. He was walking around, postured up. I think the moment might have got to him a little bit. He did look a little bit like a fish out of water. They touched gloves. There wasn't much trash talking during the fight. I did notice that Conor, when he got rocked a couple of times, he stuck the tongue out and he was just kind of fucking with Floyd. Floyd was just smiling the whole time. Like, Floyd was having a great time. But I did notice that Conor wasn't Conor McGregor in the fight. So maybe it's very possible that Conor McGregor didn't have everything in that because of the moment of the fight. It was his first pro fight, and he was on the biggest stage ever. So that could be something. That could be something to talk about. Let's talk about Paulie Malignaggi. Do you think Paulie Malignaggi was helping Floyd Mayweather in a game plan? Yes, Paulie Malignaggi gave him information about Conor McGregor, but what is there that Paulie could give Mayweather that Mayweather doesn't know? Let's not discredit Floyd Mayweather. As much as I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan, let's not discredit the fact that Floyd Mayweather he's a brilliant boxer. The guy is a brilliant, brilliant boxer. He could probably game plan around anyone that steps inside the ropes. So I don't think Paulie was the difference in that one. If Paulie's job in this whole situation was to create a shitstorm. Paulie Malignaggi's job was to create some more eyes drawn into the direction of a certain Maymac. So I don't think Paulie helped Floyd in any way. I don't think he helped Conor in any way with sparring with him. I don't think Paulie did anything, to be honest, when it came to the technical aspect of the fight. Just he created a shitstorm, and he created more pay-per-view sales and stuff like that. So that was that. Opening up the phone lines, back again, 516-522-0267. Let's see what you guys say about the Maymac fight. If anyone on the MMA Hour you want to talk about, we could talk about that too. But let's get all our thoughts out on this Conor McGregor. Let's exhaust our brains of the insanity. Me down 250, Craig, says Frank Pavon. Fan channel, so they say. What up, Craig? G-Man, what's up? To come forward and not back. It don't look the same with boxing gloves. It don't look the same with boxing gloves to Steven Sedillo night. And I guess Conor should have treated Paulie like a man, says Daryl Pavey. Paulie Malignaggi didn't come off entirely well. I don't hate Paulie Malignaggi because I met the guy. I mean, I've interviewed him. He's a real nice guy. In person, he's actually a great guy. I mean, but he just doesn't come across well in this whole situation. Just a little bit irritating. How the fuck can you hate on Floyd after that performance? Says Get Daddy a Beer. I don't hate Floyd, okay? I respect Floyd as a boxer. The guy is, I mean, look what he's done in his career. I mean, you can't hate a guy for that. I'm just not a fan of his persona. Like, he comes out to the ring in a goddamn gimp outfit, for God's sakes. I mean, Floyd Mayweather, like, did you see what he was wearing when he came to the ring? For those of you that didn't watch the Fight Buddies, let's see. I'm going to show you what he came out with. Pulp Fiction. You ever watch Pulp Fiction, the movie Pulp Fiction? There was a gimp in it, right? There was a gimp in Pulp Fiction, and Floyd Mayweather apparently was like, okay, I'm going to walk to the cage like the goddamn Pulp Fiction gimp. Look, guys, seriously. Floyd Mayweather walks into the fucking cage like a goddamn Pulp Fiction gimp. That's Floyd Mayweather's outfit. The only difference is Floyd Mayweather's zipper was open so he could handle the cock. That's the only difference with Floyd Mayweather's outfit. His zipper was open. Why would Floyd Mayweather, did you guys see the gimp costume? Let me know at the ones. But why the fuck would Floyd Mayweather walk around with a gimp costume into the cage? Does it make any fucking sense? I don't know. But this is Floyd Mayweather's costume over here. So fuck Floyd Mayweather. You fucking idiot. Anyway, I don't hate the guy. I respect him, but he's an idiot. Smart boxer, but an idiot. Paulie looking for a payday with Conor. Doubt anybody would want to make that fight, says Donald Trumpo. A pussy mask, this is the A-side. Gimp, LOL. James London. You hate on Floyd's style, but cheer for Conor wearing an ugly-ass mink in summer. The mink is stupid, too. I'm a fan of Conor, but god damn it, when I went to the Brooklyn event and he walked in there with a shirtless fucking mink on, I cringed hard. I cringed hard at it. Here's the difference. Here's the difference between me and some of the other Conor fans. I have had streams where I've literally spent an hour and a half to 2 hours bashing the Notorious One. Right, Conor? Yes, I've bashed Conor. When Conor has done things that I did not like, I've bashed Conor. And then I got a ton of hate from Conor fans saying, oh, what the fuck? You know, what's wrong with you? Conor McGregor's the shit. He's the GOAT, blah, blah, blah. Why would you say this? I thought you were a Conor fan, blah, blah. I'm real. I'm a realist. I mean, if Conor does something stupid, I bash him. But let's be honest. Floyd did something very stupid. A big mishap in the fight. And I believe that Floyd Mayweather won the fight because he was the gimp. The gimp outfit gave him the power to win the fight. So, arranged fight, simple. Says the notorious Conor McGregor fan channel. Oh, we have a fan channel here. What's up? That ref was very lenient. He allowed a bunch of rabbit punches. This is illegal in boxing, says the Thor Lightning. Thor, that ref, yeah, apparently he's notorious for letting fights go longer or get some dirty shots in and this and that. He did warn Conor a bunch of times, but then gave Conor no chance in the 10th round. I mean, Conor was in trouble when he wasn't done. So that's the thing that didn't make sense. You're allowing this weird shit. You're allowing Floyd Mayweather. And here's the thing that I don't like about boxing. I mean, I don't want to keep fucking bashing boxing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Floyd Mayweather turning his back completely to Conor. And there's a million pictures online where it looks like Conor's fucking him in the ass. But God damn it, fight. Here's the thing. Boxing, when you put your gloves up, right, and you're covering your entire face, the other fighter is just punching glove. That's all he's doing is punching glove. I understand it's a tactic in boxing, but it's goddamn annoying. Isn't this a fighting sport? You shouldn't have fucking pillows on your goddamn hands blocking your entire face so someone can't hit your face. It's just annoying. And then you shouldn't be allowed to fucking turn around and have your back completely to the other opponent and they can't tee you off on your fucking rib cage. Can't do it. Like, no. Can't do that. Like, what the fuck? Let these guys fight. If a fighter turns their back to you, you should be able to take a fucking hammer fist and clock him in the back of the head. That's what I think in boxing. If a fighter just blatantly just turns their back to you as a defense tactic, you should be able to fucking kick him in the fucking spine. You know? Let me make the fucking boxing rules, all right? If you're a fighter and you turn your back, you should let the opposing fighter say, okay, you turned your back. I'm going to spinning back kick right into your fucking spine, right into the middle of your goddamn back, you pussy. Like that's how it should be boxing. Let me make the rules. This is ridiculous. This is the thing that annoys me. Now, I was entertained by the fight. I was. The circus, I was entertained. But god damn it, the fucking turning your back shit. And the constant, I mean, it's just like, and Conor said that he punched himself out because he was punching his goddamn gloves over and over again. Anyway, you are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, brother.
Craig, what's up? The MVP.
Hey, here's the thing I was talking about, not necessarily being able to beat the hell out of somebody when they turn their back in boxing, but the deal is, they can use that just like they do in UFC with the two hands or hand down rule,
Mm-hmm. I hate it.
It can be used that easily. And that's another thing I don't dig about it. But overall, I will say this. I'm disappointed that Conor didn't win. I'm disappointed I lost $500, but I am glad to see Conor's coming. I believe he will show back up, and I just want to see him fight in the UFC again. I want to see a real good fight, and that's what I'm waiting on.
Well, I mean, he's back. He's back in the UFC. I mean, that's the one thing. We have our Conor back now. Who would you like to see Conor fight?
Honestly, at this point, it's too hard. I couldn't call him. And I've looked at the chat. Some people think Ferguson, some think. I don't think Khabib deserves it because he's such a loser as far as making weight and shit. And, everybody, but I wouldn't mind seeing the Nate. I know a lot of people don't give a damn, but, I bet you that's in the back of Conor's mind. You got to think that's an unfinished business situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's inevitable. I think we're
because that would break that up, and if he finishes Nate out, then that's over with for good. And but anyway, for what it's worth,
absolutely.
Have a good one, guys. Love everybody in the chat.
All right, Craig, thank you. Craig Lee, the MVP. It's the only fight. Conor Nate 3 is the only fight, especially off of this whole boxing thing. Nate's a boxing guy. I think it's just the perfect fight to make. It's just the only thing that makes sense coming off of this fight. That's just what I think. But and now boxing fans that are watching right now, listen. I'm not trying to bash the sweet science constantly over and over again. And this is an MMA show. Okay, so I'm biased. I'm biased. The chat room, I'm sure, is very biased on the whole MMA thing. But it's just frustrating. Boxing is incredibly frustrating. Now, there are some killers in boxing. There are some athletes that are just legit straight up assassins. But this man over here, he walks in with a gimp outfit to the ring. He walks in with a goddamn gimp outfit and then turns his back, reveals his ass, his full ass to Conor McGregor. Okay? Now, I don't know what you want to say about this, but I just call it how it is. The realest goddamn show on YouTube. The man walks into the ring with a goddamn gimp outfit on and turns his ass, inviting his ass to Conor McGregor. What does this mean for Floyd Mayweather? I think, if anything, we've learned this, that Floyd Mayweather is a goddamn gimp. He's a goddamn gimp. That's right. 516-522-0267. Let's get a couple more calls in. On the MMA-Holes Live, if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. We blasted past 4,000 subscribers here on the MMA-Holes. It is wonderful. Wonderful. It is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, my sound effects aren't working well today. It's Monday. I'm all over the place. Now, the MMA Hour did start over here. Let's go over here in the description. You guys can teleport over there. Ariel Helwani is going to do a quick recap of the whole Conor McGregor Maymack thing. He's got a bunch of people on to talk about it. But, yeah, you have a link in the description. You could jump on over there. We're going to take a couple more calls. We're going to talk a little bit more. There is a Wednesday show. This Wednesday, we have our weekly show, cruising to 50 shows in a row. I think this is 49 this week. I don't even know. It's either 48 or 49. We're almost 50 shows in a row. But this Wednesday night, we'll be live, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Stay tuned for that. Click the bell. If you subscribe, slap that little bell next to the subscribe button over there. And you'll get notified every time we're live. This chat room over here is united. We're on fire. It's insane. Trilogy time. Fuck everything else is Mr. Danky. That's right. The Gimp. This is Keith Mifsud. Jesus Christ. Is that the man, Keith Mifsud? Look at this. Welcome, Keith. I haven't seen you in a while. Uh-oh. The sixth man is here. Live in the MMA-Holes. What's going on?
Oh, you already know I had to call in and collect on this shit, man. But for real, the fight was actually really good. Conor's best bet was in the first 3 rounds, like we talked about before. I was actually surprised the fight wasn't stopped at round 9, because that's when Conor looked like he was really starting to fade. But then round 10, that's when Floyd just poured on the punishment. But even so, it was still a magnificent effort and defeat. He threw way more punches than Pacquiao did in the fight, so I like the fact that he tried to at least go for it. You know what I mean? Try to go for the finish like he said he was going to do. But overall, this was just not for him. This was not his environment. These are not his rules. You can tell by the way he was trying to hit him in the back of the head with hammer fists and whatnot. You can tell, like, he wants to turn this into a real fight. And the way the rules are, Floyd didn't have to. And he showed that he didn't have to in order to beat him. So in the very end, I'm glad we got to see the contrast of styles work the way, I guess, like the best way it could work under Marcus of Queensberry rules. And now we can finally move on to MMA now that this shit is over.
Yep. It's finally done. I think we got everything out of the system. It's done. What do you think about this? I've been bringing up the Pacquiao thing too, and people are like, well, Pacquiao, I think he had a broken hand or something like that, and they're like, well, that's why he didn't throw as many punches as Conor did, and this and that. But regardless, Conor threw more punches. Conor, an amateur boxer, he landed more shots, and I think as a whole, I mean, listen, Mayweather, he did his thing. He did what he had to do. So respect to Mayweather. As much as I joke around, respect to Mayweather, but Conor, I think, proved himself to be something more than what the doubters thought, you know?
Oh, absolutely, man. Like, I can say myself, I didn't expect him to put up that kind of a fight. I figured, you know, obviously he won the first 3 rounds because Floyd was just trying to feel him out, but at the same time, I didn't think he would, like, the way the fight was going, I didn't think it would go past, like, round 6. Mm-hmm. But he went even further, he kept going, and really to stop it, as far as that goes, sure, he was getting the shit beat out of him, but he didn't hit the canvas, you know what I mean? So at the same time, I guess he gets a little bit of credit for that, but at the same time, it was evident that he was done by the time round 10 hit.
Yeah, you know, and that's, I think that's just me being a frustrated MMA fan. Like I said before, you see all these fights where these guys they're literally almost out on their feet and somehow wind up winning a fight. You see it so many times. These guys have so much heart. Now, Conor's heart has been, I mean, people have been saying that this guy has been known to give up. I mean, I don't see that, to be honest, in Conor McGregor. I don't see that. I think Conor's got a chin. I think he's been rocked before, and he's dug deep, especially in the last Nate Diaz fight. You've seen him when he was really in big trouble and came back and did what he had to do. So, I mean, I wish we could have seen a little bit more from that. With that being said, I'm sure Floyd was going to get the job done. I mean, he looked fantastic in the 10th round with a full gas tank, you know. But I would have liked to seen a little bit more out of that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Conor McGregor is no Diego Corrales when it comes to magnificent comebacks in boxing, but he damn sure did his best job of it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not like he folded like guys like boxers like Victor Ortiz, for example. If you see his fights early fights like against Berto or, you know, some of his early fights even before he fought Mayweather, he's the type of guy that will fold and quit when, even though he got knocked down, he's not even that hurt. He's just like, fuck it, I don't want to get hit anymore. Mm-hmm. With Conor, he brings that sort of special vibe to boxing that you want to see, which is, I don't give a shit. If you want to beat me, you have to kill me kind of mentality. So, of course, you can respect that. But even so, that referee saved him from further damage because Floyd would have fucked him up even worse.
Mm-hmm. Now, real quick before I let you go, what did you think about Floyd Mayweather's gimp outfit?
You know what? I gotta be honest with you. I didn't understand what the fuck he was doing. My guess is maybe he wanted to fuck Ireland in a kinky sort of way. I don't know. But I will tell you that the fact that he had the ski mask on, I get it. He was going to try to steal the fight and steal, all the hype from all the Irish fans. But the gimp thing, I didn't understand that. Maybe that's what he wore the night he was going to celebrate with all them strippers and shit that he bought. Who knows?
All right. Yeah, I was seeing maybe you had some insight on that. I couldn't figure that one. That one confused me a little bit. What about another thing too? Giovanni Davis or Giovanna Davis, however you say his name. He walked in with a giant furry penis head. What'd you think about that?
Well, actually, before I even get into that, the fact that he missed weight by 2 pounds and got his belt stripped made my city look terrible. And not to mention the fact that he rabbit punched the shit out of that guy after he had him knocked down. And what's funny is he could have finished that fight after round 3. I was actually watching this confused. I'm like, why is he not letting his hands go? He's dancing and he's trying to be Mayweather. I'm like, just let your hands go like you normally do.
Yeah.
But as far as the fight goes, could have been better. As far as that fur goes, he looked like he went into Ghostface Killer's closet and stole one of his fur hats from that music video. That looked like some clown shit. And plus his theme song is like Michael Jackson, so it's like, why didn't you wear some sparkly shit or like a suit with some gloves? Why are you wearing some Ghostface Killer fur that you snatched out of the Run music video? That's not fly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there was a lot of wardrobe malfunctions and mischoices in the whole card. And then he had nipple tassels hanging from his shoelaces that had to be cut off, which was kind of amusing as well. I mean, I never understood.
I tell you what, man, the money team always has some sketchy ass walkouts. They be wearing a lot of furs and some tassels, and their boxing trunks be looking like some dresses on some bullshit. That whole team be sketchy, man. I don't know what the fuck wrong with them.
All right, Jay, any last words to the MMA-Holes?
Well, number one, man, as far as what's next for Conor, you got to get the Nate Diaz trilogy out the way. That's pretty much a given. Oh, and as far as that bet you and I have, hopefully you create a nice enough coat hanger statue for that living room you have.
All right, Jay. I'll work on that. All right, Jay Smooth.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right. There he is, Jay Smooth, live from the MMA-Holes, the 6th man calling in, saying some interesting things there. And, guys, yeah, we, Giovanna Davis, how do you say his name? It's Gervonta Davis, is Mayweather's protege. He was the co-main event. Looks like he has heavy hands, but I don't know. That fight was just, it just looked like a lot of illegal shit going on in there. Who knows? Everyone's saying he's the real deal. Maybe we'll give him another shot and see what he really is about, but definitely has some questionable wardrobe decisions. This is the live chat over here, and yeah, I see Keith Mifsud was in there. Holy shit, I grew up with the guy. I knew the guy for a long time. So Keith, look at that. Respect to Keith Mifsud if you're still in there. Let's see. Guys, 60 in the tips. So that means one thing. We got 10 more likes. Where is he? Boom. There he is. Let's dance.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
fuck you dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
He's still dancing. Doesn't he know the song's over?
MMA-Holes.
You should know the song's over. John, go away. Go away. Sports Brotherhood is here, and Sports Brotherhood is now an MMA hole and is wonderful, wonderful. Let's end it on this, guys. I'll open the phone lines again, too. But Nate Diaz, there's a lot of complications if Conor McGregor fights Nate Diaz when it comes to the belt. And I see in the chat, people are like, what happens to the belt if Conor McGregor fights Nate Diaz? It does fuck up a ranking system. That is one negative. That's something that's going to piss off the UFC and the whole thing. What happens if Conor McGregor fights Nate Diaz at 155? A lot of people want to see the trilogy now. I think people have changed their mind. The people that were against it want to see it again because of, the whole boxing situation. But what happens with the belt? I think the belt is there. I think the belt is up for grabs. The division is a little weird right now. Let's go look at that before. We'll take this call as well. But I'm gonna look up the division. You are live on the MMA-Holes. What's your name and where you from?
The UFC. Hello.
What's up, friend? What's your name and where you from?
A lot of people want to see the truth. Oh, me? Is this the? Who is this?
This is the MMA-Holes. Just lower the background so we could hear you.
Oh, yeah.
I think the belt is there. I think the belt is up for grabs.
All right. What's your name and where you from?
Oh, yeah. So this is Cayman Ryder.
Hey, what's up, Cayman? How you doing? Is this your first time calling?
Yeah, this is my first time calling.
Cool, man. What's going on?
Oh, I was just gonna want to respond to. I'm currently watching Chris.
All right, that's me. So let me know your thoughts. I know now you were pulling for Mayweather, correct?
Yeah. Wait, you're Chris?
I am Chris. Yeah, you're live. You're on the air right now as we speak.
Wait, but you're currently live on the video, though, right?
Yes. There's a delay, my friend. There's a delay because you're talking to me live. So when you hear yourself back, there's gonna be a delay. It's like a radio show.
I was. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I can hear myself.
Good. All right. What's on your mind?
I was confused. I was like, "What the hell?"
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to say. Yeah, Tanner, I'm figuring out how phones work. Hello, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. You're killing me here. What's on your mind?
Okay, I just wanted to say I was hella impressed by Conor.
Okay.
When he threw that uppercut, it surprised me in the first round. When he countered Mayweather with that uppercut.
Can you lower the background so we could hear you a little bit better?
What'd you say?
I said, can you lower the background so we could hear you a little bit better?
Okay.
The background's giving me AIDS.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. So you're saying you were, yeah, I hear you now. You were impressed with the uppercut. Okay, what else?
Yeah, that uppercut and that first couple rounds. I mean, that first round or something. The second round, that uppercut, it just surprised me that he was able to counter and land that. And I was extremely impressed how he was able to move around and tag Mayweather. But I thought that it was Mayweather's plan all along that to gas Conor out and ultimately take over in the later rounds. And I thought that 10th round it was a good stoppage.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But people. Yeah.
Is there anything else in your mind?
No, I just wanted to say people who say that, because I was reading articles on how RDA and Jose Aldo was saying he has chicken heart, right? Conor McGregor. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's true, though. To be able to step into the ring with arguably one of the greatest boxers of all time, with zero professional boxing experience, that takes a lot of courage, and that's very impressive, I think, and respect to him for that.
Okay.
So.
All right. Cool. Thanks for the call. Listen, it was his first time calling. I had to give him a little bit of a chance there, but basically, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of people in the chat that have opinions in certain directions. I think he was pulling for Mayweather in that fight. I don't think he's the biggest Conor supporter, but just pulling from what he said there, he was actually showing a little respect towards how Conor fought that fight. There were people that called out Conor, Aldo, and RDA, saying, basically calling out Conor with his heart, and they just want to fight him. They want the money fight. So they're just basically just trying to, cause a little bit of a shitstorm to get in, just to lobby for a fight. That's all they're doing, these guys. So when it comes to those guys, you don't really pay attention to them. RDA, you're never going to see Conor fight RDA. It's not, RDA's at 170 now. He's going to stay at 170. That's where he belongs. Conor's not going to fight RDA. That ship has sailed a long time ago. Conor has a small window of fights right now that he's going to take on. Nate Diaz trilogy is inevitable. It's going to happen. Whether it happens now or it happens as his last fight of his career, I don't know what it is. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Khabib, never count out the Khabib fight just because of money situations. Don't count that out, especially if they could do that in Russia. That shit would be bonkers for the UFC. So don't count that out. But I do feel that Nate Diaz, the trilogy, will be the fight for Conor McGregor. But it is what it is. Now look over here. We're looking at the lightweight division, okay? The number one contender is Khabib. Khabib is a problem. We don't know what his deal with making weight and can he fight at 155? You know, I mean, the guy's had issues. Tony Ferguson, he's fighting a man named Kevin Lee, who's number 7, okay? Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee at number 7. So those of you that say Conor McGregor at Nate Diaz is number 6, well, what's the difference between Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee at number 7? Okay. After Tony Ferguson, you got Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez is fighting Justin Gaethje at the Ultimate Fighter. So this takes these two completely out of the equation. Who do you have for Conor? You have Khabib. Well, you don't have Tony anymore because Tony's fighting Kevin Lee. Edson Barboza is forever lost in the fucking mix. This guy, he just is constantly lost in the mix. The guy still got it. But if I'm not mistaken, he has a fight coming up too. Let me just double check. I can't remember. There he is. It's me, Edson Barboza. Let's see. I don't know if he has one lined up. Nope, he doesn't. He's just literally still in the mix. On a 3-fight winning streak. Last loss was to a Tony Ferguson. But I mean, Edson Barboza, he's a beast. I forgot that he lost to Michael Johnson. But let's go back to the rankings over here. Why not Nate Diaz? Why not, is my question. Everyone's like, what happens to the belt? It's not crazy for Nate Diaz to be fighting for a belt. Now, here he is. Nate Diaz. I don't know if I'm McGregor. You scroll down. His last loss was McGregor, okay? But he beat Conor McGregor. He beat him. Not only did he beat him, he choked him out. He beat Michael Johnson, lost to RDA. RDA's not in the picture anymore. Beat Gray Maynard, and he's been flip-flopping. He's been flip-flopping around a lot. But it doesn't matter. He's still the number 6th ranked fighter. Off of a loss with Conor McGregor, but that was his last loss, and it was at 170. But he's on a 2-fight win streak before that, and one of them was Conor McGregor. He sits up top of the rankings. He's number 6. You have to take Ferguson out because he's fighting Kevin Lee, a number 7th fighter, which doesn't make any sense to me, but that's happening. Eddie Alvarez, well, he's fighting Justin Gaethje. The only other person for Conor McGregor to fight besides Nate Diaz is either Khabib Nurmagomedov or Edson Barboza. Okay? Edson Barboza or Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib is a question because you don't know if he could make 155. He's questioned. He fucked everything up when it comes to Tony Ferguson. So just for that reason alone, you could scrap this whole thing. You know, it's too risky for a title shot against Conor McGregor right now. You could scrap it. So Edson Barboza? Is Edson Barboza the one to look for? No. I don't. Unfortunately, he gets looked past, but I don't think he's the one. I really don't think. Do you think Khabib is not? I don't think it's the fight because of the whole inconsistency with making weight. I don't think it's the fight for Conor. I don't think it's his next fight. So the only other logical solution is Edson Barboza. Now, the guy is good. The guy's on a winning streak. I mean, you could make an argument for it, but it's just not logical. Nate Diaz is the only logical fight when it comes to this division. The only. Chat. And King's Your Mother Ring says,
lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
With the $5 super chat. Thank you, King's Your Mother's Ring. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Making Conor fly with a $5 super chat. Look at that. Lick my balls. But yeah, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at it. Just take a look. It's in a book. The only logical fight is Nate Diaz. Now, if you have an argument for this, I'm going to open up the phone lines again. We're going to take this a couple more minutes. I know Ariel Hawani's live right now. The link is in the description if you want to jump over to his show. But we're just doing a quick pre-show over here because I think we need to exercise the demons. I think we need to finish our conversation about Maymac. We need to move on and see what is next for the Notorious One and Conor McGregor. But to me, the only thing is Nate Diaz. Prove me wrong. Definitely Nate. Or if Conor doesn't fight this year, maybe winner of Kevin Lee Tony's terra firma. So here's the deal. If nothing comes around with that, Kevin Lee Ferguson winner will be the next for Conor. I mean, that's inevitable. A-side, they're my secret fans who's talking shit. Darth Bane, what's up? When Conor's fights next, could be a $100 pay-per-view. I don't know. That's a good. Actually, if it's Nate, it could very well be a $100 pay-per-view. You alive with the MMA-Holes? What's your name and where you from?
John from Minneapolis.
Hey, John. What's going on?
So about the upcoming Conor, or like what could be next for Conor, I think one that would surprise a lot of people, but I think one that would be cool is if Frankie Edgar beats Max Holloway for the 145-pound title. I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC set up Frankie to go fight Conor at 155. You know, Frankie has the 145-pound title. He's been the lightweight champion before. That's the fight everybody wanted to see when Conor was at 145. They could do it at Madison Square Garden. You know, Frankie's the wrestler and everything like that. I think that would be a pretty cool fight.
You know, that's an interesting one right there, and thank you for the call. Frankie Edgar going up at 155 if he beats Max Holloway. Frankie Edgar fought at 155. It's a safer fight for Conor McGregor due to the size difference. I mean, taking nothing away from Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar's a beast and has a very good chance at beating Max Holloway. But Frankie Edgar moving up. What about this? What about Max Holloway running over Frankie Edgar and then jumping up to 155? To me, I think that even makes more sense than Frankie Edgar. As much as I'd love to see Frankie Edgar, East Coast guy, run through Max Holloway and then go to 155 against Conor, I'd love to see that. I think the more interesting story would be the rematch with Max Holloway and Conor McGregor. Reason being is Max Holloway took Conor McGregor 3 rounds. Conor got hurt in that fight, but they did go 3 rounds. And that was like a 21-year-old Max Holloway. If Max Holloway beats Frankie Edgar and beats him convincingly and looks like the real deal at 145, you never know. He could jump up to $155. So Nate versus Conor 3. Somehow say Conor wins that one, wins the rubber match. Max Holloway beats Frankie Edgar. I think Max Holloway beating Frankie Edgar is the bigger story against Conor than Frankie Edgar, Conor McGregor. That's just me. But that's what I'm thinking. But good call on that one because you never know. You can't rule that out. It would be a safer fight for Conor to be at 155 and have someone jump up for a super fight and fight him. It would be safer for Conor to do that rather than sit at 155 because here's the deal. 155 is a murderer's row over here. It just happens that the division's a little fucked up right now. But Edson Barboza versus Conor McGregor is fascinating. That's a fascinating fight right there. It just doesn't sell tickets, you know? It's a very fascinating fight. Khabib is a fascinating fight with Conor McGregor. Tony Ferguson is a fascinating fight. Eddie Alvarez, we saw this already. Justin Gaethje is a fascinating fight with Conor McGregor. Even Kevin Lee, you can make an argument for. 155 is very dangerous for Conor to sit at for a long period of time. So I can't rule out of the question if Conor McGregor wins his next fight against Nate Diaz at the 3rd time. I can't rule out Conor McGregor fighting some sort of super fight against a 145 or going up. I can see that very well being possible. Just not sure if Frankie Edgar is the guy. Take a couple more. Oh, fuck. Lost the phone calls. Son of a bitch, I lost the calls. I just lost my phone lines. Well, I'm glad my phone lines are working today. They cut out on me on Saturday's stream. I was fucking bummed out. I'm sure we would have had a lot more good calls, but we'll open them back up over here. Phone lines are open, 516-522-0267. Let me know what you think about Conor McGregor's next fight. All right, later MVP. Craig Lee, see you later, my friend. Max versus Conor could do well in Hawaii, says Michael James London. I would like to see Max Conor too at 155. Conor's not going back to 145. As much as I would love to see him go back down there and fuck up someone at 145, I don't think Conor's going to do it. Kevin Lee says the A-side. Edgar ain't no pay-per-view draw, Frank Bavon says. And yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if Edgar could draw the numbers to make that work, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to see Edgar fight Conor, I don't see it in the cards. What do you think of Snoop's statement? What did Snoop say? Snoop says a lot of things. I didn't see what he says. If Michael James London, let me know in the chat. Drop it in the chat right now what Snoop said, and I'll read it out. Fuck Snoop. He set up Tupac, says Steven Cedillo. Kinshiro Ryu says, Craig Lee, real men... What the fuck is this? Real men aren't got... What is it? Real men ain't got time, maybe, to play with little bitch boys. I try to go to the gym 3 times a week and maybe spend some time at the BJJ, dojo, etc. to keep my skills strong. I like beating punks up. Okay. All right. Frank Pavon's super fight with Tyron Woodley, says Kamen Rider. You know, people are overlooking Conor going back to 170. I'm overlooking it. I think Conor at 170 is done. I don't think that's... There's nothing that really makes sense over there at 170. I don't know. Snoop don't know shit, says Mr. Danky. Snoop talking all that shit. I love low-key... Oh, wait, hold. Low-key seeing that dude a shit ton at work. He's a bitch. What did Snoop say? All right, I'm going to look this up now. While I'm looking at it, here's the Gimp. Here's Floyd Mayweather, the Gimp. I'm going a little long today. I'm actually going into 2 hours now on the MMA Hour pre-show. But listen, I'm wired up. Conor McGregor is hot right now when it comes to what is next for Conor. He just came off of the fight with Floyd Mayweather. So why not keep it going for a little bit longer? So you're getting a little bit extra here on the MMA-Holes. For those of you that are hanging around, respect to all of you guys. Let's see. Snoop Dogg. What did he say? Top story, Snoop Dogg, Stewart, give iconic ghost scene. Floyd Mayweather, Snoop Dogg saying, hold on. Floyd Mayweather commends Snoop Dogg for staying relevant. I don't know. What the fuck did Snoop Dogg say? I don't even know. Talking smack on Conor. So, okay, so the A-side says, fuck Snoop for talking smack on Conor. Who gives a fuck? Here's the thing with Snoop Dogg. The Snoopcast is fucking fantastic. It's great. The Snoopcast is absolutely great. If you watch the Contender series, there's only one way to watch it. It's the Snoopcast. So, yeah, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, but it's funny as hell. So I just go there for the laughs. Why not? Tanner says, let's see the ones in the chat if you agree that Chris needs to go on a high-protein diet for a few... Yeah, I haven't been exercising for shit. My belly section is getting a little bit of a spare tire. The muscles aren't as swole. It's bad, man. I've been slacking like a motherfucker. I've been slacking. Haven't really been exercising. Been falling apart. But it's all right. I'm still here. I still love the MMA holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Comment my damn physique, for God's sakes. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Please.
Lick my balls.
All right, 155. Got a great fights. Is with Conor. Needs to go fight at 170 for the belt for getting Nate Diaz. Kenshiro, man, I think I'm done with 170 with Conor. I kind of want to see him just chill at 150. I don't know. 155, I think it's the way. I did love Snoop. I do love Snoopcast as Michael James London. Michael Johnson. Snoopcast is the shit. Snoop roasted him like he does his blunts as Jay Smooth. So, okay. So Snoop said something. Listen, Snoop's going to say some controversial shit. There are people that criticize Snoop Dogg, and I'm going to come to Snoop's defense. He's a goddamn rapper, for God's sakes. He's funny as fuck. He says the funniest shit. Like, guys are humping each other in a cage. They're fighting for their lives and their careers. And Snoop Dogg's talking about, like them humping and they're talking about their sister and he would fuck their sister in the audience or what, I don't know, or it's just weird shit. He doesn't care, Snoop Dogg. He's just providing entertainment. For those of you who are saying that Snoop Dogg is disrespecting MMA, get over it, for God's sakes. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, for God's sakes. Thanks, Chris, for trying to decipher my spelling. Kenshiro, I'm trying, man. It's like Morse code. It's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to navigate through it. Neej says Conor did not hide, though. He went to his own after party and had a blast. He did. Well, Conor McGregor made a shitload of money. And Conor could hang his hat on the fact he's going to always, Conor's always going to say that the ref could have let it go a little longer. Conor's just going to go with that. He went 10 rounds with the greatest of all time, and he's going to say that the shit with the ref. So some people argue that the ref saved his life, and others will say it should have went longer. This is something you're going to be hearing over and over and over again. It's going to be constantly debated to the end of time. So and they're never going to run it back. Snoop is a bitch with his Black Lives Matter. I don't know. Does Snoop really go on the Black Lives Matter thing? I don't think he does. He says he's a bitch with his narrative, but I don't know. Doggy Style says Vigo. I don't see Snoop running the race card. I don't see it. Snoop's a fucking cool dude, man. He seems, I don't know. Listen, who cares? It's Snoop Dogg, for God's sakes. It's Snoop fucking Dogg. Here's the deal. What is the UFC doing? You know WME or whatever the hell it's, WME, IMG, or whoever runs the UFC now. You know they're in control right now because Snoop Dogg is on the Contender Series. He's a color guy for Uriah Faber. It's just a complete circus over there. It makes no sense, but for some reason it works. It's kind of like when Fight Buddies watches a fight. By no reason should I be criticizing fighters. I'm not a fighter. I'm a fan. I'm like a super fan, you know? I'm just giving you guys reactions over here. But it's the same theory. When you watch a Fight Buddies, it's just a bunch of friends getting together, just bullshitting about a sport that they love. And that's what Snoop's doing. He's just a fan. He's just a super fan. He's a snooper fan. Oh, my God.
Wonderful.
He's a super fan. So for those that are criticizing Snoop Dogg, who gives a fuck? I mean, people are too sensitive. Thanks for the shout-outs. Says Vigo. You're welcome, Vigo. Snoop trying to blend in because he was shady about Pac. All right. Chris, let's go work out at Queen's Park. I'll bring the Thai pads. That would be actually pretty funny. That'd be funny. Kenshiro, maybe we should do a video. We could get together. That's fine. You know what? We're probably closer than you thought. I do need to go to the gym. Now I'm going to go to the gym today. I need to get back into business. Because the time was looking very good and very sexy. I need to get the back in. Snoop made it personal to Conor. Fook, you Irish motherfucker, says the A-side. Chris calls Snoop a color guy. Fucking racist. Yes, Snoop is a color commentator because he's black. That's right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Then 50-year-old rappers staying relevant. You know what's funny? I thought Snoop was 50. I thought he was older. Snoop is... How old is Snoop? He's like 44 or some shit. I thought he was older for some reason. In Snoop's case, black does crack. Snoop is 45 years old. I thought he was older. Right? Didn't you guys think Snoop Dogg was older for some reason? I mean, listen. I'm 40. So, you know, I'm no spring chicken. But for God's sakes, I thought he was older. I don't know why. He's only 45. Black cracks. Shout out to Hurricane Harvey in Houston. All right, represent. Chris only wants Thai food. No Thai pads, says Tanner. That's right. I could kill some Thai food. When it comes to Thai pads, fuck that. It's just too much work. I don't think Snoop is funny, says Kenshiro Ryu. Hey, listen. It is what it is. You don't have to listen to Snoop. They give you two options on it. You have the Snoopcast and you got the two boring guys. So he's the only dumb fucker on TV who is stupid as Fook and making easy monies. Yeah, he is. This show is better than Ariel's. That's right, Vigo. Flex. Michael Anzali says 47. No, he says he's 45 over here. Are you 47 though? Damn, I thought he was like 55, says Mr. Danky. Right? How many people in the chat thought Snoop Dogg was older than 45 years old? I thought so. 45 years of smoking blunts all day, says Neej. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's all the smoking he does. But he does look older. I don't know. Let me look over here. 45 years old. Eminem is 44 years old. Dr. Dre is 52. See, I thought he was around Dr. Dre's age. I mean, I knew he was younger than Dre, but I thought he was around... All right, what am I talking about? What the fuck is going on here? Now I'm talking about Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. I think we went a little too far on the show. I think we went a little too long and far. Let's go to this. All right. Anyway, guys, we were discussing Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, whole bunch of stuff going on here. I had a good time, man. We went a lot longer than expected over here, but I had fun. If you guys had fun, slap the ones in the chat. It's always fun hanging out with you guys, hanging with the holes. Got to see some old faces, some new faces hanging out inside this phone. We took some phone calls. I'm going to shut off the phone lines right now. I don't need to take them anymore. I'm going to go slip over to Ariel Helwani. Check this out over here. I think I got work to do as well. Check this out. In the description down below is the link to the MMA Hour. You could teleport yourself over there. I would say hi to you in their chat, but they don't have a live chat over there because they're bullshit. And fuck YouTube for taking away my monetizations on all my fucking videos. It's like, guys, seriously, I am not killing babies over here like I said in a previous video. I'm just having fun with my friends. So get over yourselves, YouTube, you bunch of cucks. Anyway, Chris Eubank, Holm, Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier, Joe Cortez, Paulie Malignaggi, Max Holloway, and Esther Lin. Chris Eubank is a ghost, is KMX. And you guys are having a good time over here if you look in the chat. You guys are having a great time with the ones. All right. So there you go. KMX says, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. By the way, we have a channel called Not the MMA-Holes. I highly recommend you subscribe to that because that channel is going to bring you some more stuff. Check this out over here. All right. If you go to the MMA-Holes over here, we started a new channel because we got shut down twice because people just don't like Swole. Jessie Bell Hill does our after show. You know you got to subscribe to her. She's good people over there. She's a friend of the MMA-Holes. Not the MMA-Holes. Okay? This channel over here is other stuff. We will be talking MMA over here, but literally, it's a free-for-all. I'm thinking of doing like movie reviews and TV reviews over here and just other shit, like just random shit. Maybe live podcasts over here as well. Random nights that we do on the MMA-Holes. I think I'm throwing them over here to Not the MMA-Holes. So stuff not MMA related and MMA related, it's basically everything. It's a free-for-all, is on Not the MMA-Holes. So I'm going to drop the link to this in the live chat. Oh, fuck. What the hell's going on? My live chat is fucked. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I can't drop in the live chat. I'm not signed in. Wow, I'm really fucking... I'm batting 1,000 today. I'm batting a fucking 1,000. Hold on a second. Let me play some game show music as I try to figure this out. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris is troubleshooting right now because all of his windows shut down. That's right. Everything shut down. And it's not wonderful, wonderful. That's right. So I'm going to go over here and find my live chat. Let's see. Live now. All right. Live on the MMA-Holes. Chris's windows shut down, so he's trying to work on this. Stand by. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Let's pull out the live chat so I can see what you cucks are saying. All right. All right. Stop the music. Anyway. Yeah, go subscribe to Not the MMA-Holes. I'm going to do it over here again. You click on our channel, and if you're not subscribed to the MMA-Holes, well, what are you waiting for? I mean, we got over 4,000 subscribers over here. It doesn't get any more swole than this. Look, 4,795. We're going to 5,000 subscribers. Keith, I see you. You're still there. What's going on? Everyone say hello to Keith Mifsud in the chat. Keith Mifsud. Grew up with the guy. I know him very well. We've sword fought. We used to have sword fights back in the day when we were kids. Anyway, Kobe's Corner, go check him out as well. He's a good peeps. Good peeps over there. But go check out the Not the MMA-Holes right over here. Go subscribe to them for other stuff. Anyway. All right. We just gave everyone AIDS. It's good. Mike's still a dyke, says Hardcore Championship Wrestling. He's talking about Sleepy Mike, also known as Triggered Mike. I think Triggered Mike is the name for my brother. My brother came on the last Fight Buddies. He was my co-host for the last Fight Buddies, and he got triggered by the chat room. It is good. Keith's laughing. All right, so that is that. Guys, if you're not subscribed, drop it in right now. Go subscribe to the MMA-Holes. We are close to 5,000 subscribers. 5,000 inbred fucks. 5,000 dysfunctional motherfuckers are inside this chat room over here, and I love all of you guys. You guys are all wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thanks for watching. Check out over here what's going on right now in the description down below is the link to the MMA Hour. Go say hello to Ariel Hawani over there where he has his guests on. You go teleport. I'm about to bounce. I had a great time with you guys. I always have fun with you guys, but I'll be back Wednesday night for our weekly show on Wednesdays. We do 3 weekly shows, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but Wednesday has been going the longest out of all of them. So there you go. So Wednesday night we'll be back, approaching 50 weeks in a row. We'll be talking some more stuff, news, this and that. I'll be collaborating with Kobe, and there's an after show with Jessie Bell Hill. Thank you for watching. I'll see you Wednesday. You guys are fucking great. Keith Missode says, we have more names than that for him. Yeah, Keith knows my brother. Knows him very well. Triggered Mike. What happened? This is Darth Bane. Darth, that was on the Fight Buddies, the last Fight Buddies. Definitely go check it out. Triggered Mike says Jay Smooth. Triggered Mike, I think, is the name. Because literally anytime someone said anything negative to my brother, he was just like going off and he would just repeat the same thing over and over again. It was pretty funny. Thanks for watching, Michael and Zalone. Thank you. Take care. Hardcore Championship Wrestling says laugh my ass off. All right. It's good to see the new friends in here, man. I see some new swole people. Everyone flex to them because everyone's good. And that's right, guys. I do have an MMA hole tattoo. That shows the dedication to this channel. There is an MMA hole tattoo on my arm right over here. Thank you, donations. Thank you, chat room. Thank you, callers. And go check out the Ariel Helwani show down in the description in the links. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. And always remember, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.